Hi guys, cheers. I'll just hang on and wait till we get a few more on. Let's try and get at least 100 on before we get started. Hopefully people will trickle in because I haven't actually mentioned this to anybody. So listen guys, if you're meant to be here, you are here for the right reasons. Um, so yeah, I just put that on, 2 minutes ago, just told social media that I'm going live and going to do maybe half an hour to an hour special of all the things that I go through a daily practice of clearing and healing the fear. And right now is a really good time to do that. I think it's perfect. Obviously, we all know why. We're not going to say why because the video will be demonetized by just saying that one word. We live in strange times. Glad to meet you too. Yeah, good morning from Ireland. Good morning everybody. It's a beautiful day. It's a glorious day. It's a day to be outside in the sunshine. However, the powers that be are telling us to stay indoors. It's a great question you need to ask yourself. Why are they asking you to stay indoors? There's no reason for you to go out in your balcony, feel the sun on your skin. And let's face it, guys, it's so important to eat correctly right now, and it's so important to receive, if possible, sun on your skin. So it's an interesting moment. The glass of water I drink is filtered water, which is probably the best water to drink now. So if you can get a filter machine, invest in one. That's a great idea. It really is a great investment for your body. Filtering water clears out all the toxins, all the real bad stuff in there. So I invested in one. It's the best thing I ever did. So that's the first thing I'd like to share with you. Secondly, I take half a glass of water, distilled water again, quarter of a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Bicarbonate of soda is a real cleanser. It's a real clearer for your liver, kidneys, and so much more. We all know now, after studying and researching, the alternative world have shared beyond a shadow of a doubt that alkaline in your body. So if you have a full alkaline body, it heals on many levels. If you're having too much sugars, and I don't mean natural sugars, that is a myth. Natural sugars within the fruits, all the sugars in it, that is fine, nothing wrong with that. People will argue and say, well, I can't eat this, I can't do that because it's not good for me. But actually, when you start to individually talk to that one person, you find out that they were on normally heavy medication, that they've gone through a lot of stuff, a lot of bad stuff, and their body is not fit and healthy. So whatever they take is going to be not good for their body unless they're on pharmaceutical drugs that has a very different way of stabilizing the body. And when I say stabilizing, it normally suppresses the issue. It never heals the root cause, but we can talk about that. So after I've taken the bicarbonate of soda, I drink this, and this is amazing. And for the past few days I've had a sniffle and felt a little bit, and this is a great thing. It's keeping it at bay, it's clearing it away and healing whatever is happening in my body. We have to understand that our body is always being attacked all the time by all the crap outside of here, and all the toxins that are, all the pesticides and so much more. So another little tip, if you buy organic food or any kind of vegetables and fruits, throw them all into a bowl and then put 1 cupful of cider apple vinegar into that bowl of water. Leave it there for a few minutes and then wash it away. All the toxins, all the bad stuff that is around your fruit and veg will be killed instantly. So tip 2. It works, and it's just a little thing that you've just got to implement in your life. And most of the time, oh yeah, great advice, but most people don't implement it. That's the truth. It's really sad, but it's true. But then, you can only do your best, and it's great when you do implement things, because you're really proud of yourself and think, wow, I did it. And once you start implementing things that are good for your health, you start to grow mind, body and spirit, and you feel better, you feel happier. And then when you do get like a little illness, it's gone. You can feel your body fighting it, because you're giving ammunition to your body, and that's what we're doing. When you eat non-foods, you're causing more issue for your body to fight what it needs to fight. So yeah. So this drink, I'll tell you what's in this drink now. This is fresh. So we've got in here apple, we've got orange, we've got carrot, we've got turmeric, we've got ginger. It's an amazing drink, and I'm just going to drink it now. Okay. Now, normally I get like a red and orange. I've done it many a times, walked out onto the street and come back home and seen I got all orange around my face. So tip 4, wash your face. Okay, here we go. We're doing all right now. We're up to 73 people. Hi guys. So a lemon, most of you already know about the lemon. The lemon has an amazing ability. If you, that's giving me your messages, your lovely messages, and I really appreciate it, guys. And I appreciate that as much as giving you the information. So thank you for your messages. So this is the lemon. The lemon is an amazing absorber of negative energy. People laugh. People, call me crazy or whack, but you know what? I've worked with it for 16 years, and I don't care what people think, because if I did care what people think, my life would be a misery. So this is amazing, and it's amazing for me, and it works wonders. Great juice for the morning boost, better than coffee. It is better than coffee, and I have to admit, I do like a little morning coffee, and I know that that's acidic. There is mixed messages about coffee, with it being natural. Is it good for you? It's not good for you. A lot of people say that the more we need coffee is because our energy is low. I think everything in balance, in truth. I don't have sugars at all unless it's natural sugars from fruits. I don't even, every now and again, a little bit of honey, but I used to have honey before, and I thought that if I take away sugar from my life, which was refined sugar, and changed it for honey, it would make a difference. Actually, too much honey is not good neither. So everything in moderation. Okay, it's just another tip. Tip 5. Nice to meet you too. How do you find live streaming? Honestly, personally, I enjoy it on another website. I don't know. I don't know the question, don't know the answer to that. I'm just doing it because the last one we did, we had about 600 people, and it was a meditation, and a lot of people benefited and slept really well the following that night, and that made me really happy, because I know how difficult back in the days when I couldn't sleep. Oh my God, just to have one night's sleep. And a lot of people were sending me some beautiful messages saying, Mark, please do it again, do a meditation again, because I've never slept as well. I actually got, maybe 60 messages and maybe 150 messages, maybe more, of people saying that they cry life, and that's something that helps you sleep. It's incredible, it really is. Okay, I have been sleeping well, Matt, good for you, and that means the world to me. And I think anybody who has suffered from what is called insomnia really understands a good night's sleep. And you know what, guys, I sleep like a baby every night, and I have done for many years now. And the reason why is because I brought into my life peace and harmony. I actually conquered fear. I actually conquered fear. Nothing frightens me anymore. And one of the things without a doubt that most of us don't really realize is that the body itself has this. It's almost like I can't put my finger on the word, but there's like an alarm system in your body. And whenever your body feels that it's been threatened, its life is in danger, it has this amazing ability to kick in the adrenaline. And you realize there's something in that. And when you start to look at that and you think, why am I threatened by life? What is it what my body fears most of all? It's a great question, right? Why am I fearing what's happening at the moment? What is it? Why are you fearing it? What is the worst thing that can happen to you? Oh, well, this could happen, but what's the worst thing that could happen to you? And the other thing is, I often say to myself, I give myself this rule. It's a kind of a 5-second rule. I ask myself, what's happening right now? If I knew I'd only have a day to live because I've got cancer and I'm just about to die in the next day, would what's happening right now mean anything? It's gone, because it would mean nothing. So there is something always greater that you're worried about. Okay, now imagine this. Imagine if I said to you that you had one day to live. What would you feel? Would you fear it, or would you embrace that one day? Being honest, 99% of this world would. If I was moving back home to my world, my home, what would I do? I would embrace as much as I could. Well, you know what I do now? I embrace as much as I can every day. Not because I'm worried about going home, it's just that I'm here to embrace everything, to enjoy it. So then I asked myself 16 years ago, well, what do I embrace? I've embraced for 38 years fear. And it's true. I embraced all the worries, all the fears, like what's going to happen? How do I pay my mortgage? How do I do this? Is everything going to be all right? Is my children going to be all right? And that only brought illness, real severe illness to me. It did. So I realized that all the fears brings illness to your body. So I decided to change my thought pattern, and that was the hardest thing. It was the hardest thing for me to say, okay, now I'm not going to worry about anything, and I'm just going to enjoy my life or do my best not to fear anything. And it took a while, and every now and again I was prompted to fear again, but then I kept saying to myself, everything is as it should be. Where I am right now is where I'm meant to be, and where I'll be taken to is exactly where I'm going. I kept repeating that every time that happened. And then there was a little Irish lady who said to me, don't put the doubt out there. Don't put the doubt out there. And just like I do, we put the doubt out there all the time. There's always something that can go wrong. There's always something that is going wrong, and there always is something that can be beautiful, lovely, wonderful, and we can make the change and change the way we think from fear to positivity. So a great example is right now. What are you doing right now? Are you fearing everything? Are you watching social media? Are you watching everything that's happening? Are you fearing everything that's happening? So if you are actually involved, and you've bought into exactly what the darkness wants you. Or do you say, okay, that's happening and it's always going to happen for the rest of my life. There's always going to be some problem, some issue. So what do I do to make my life better? Because you know what? I spent 38 years in that wallowing of worry and fear about politics, about what my government should and shouldn't do, about all the things that are wrong, about all the lies and the manipulations. And it didn't help. It didn't make. If you're stuck in your home, which you're not, it's a blessing, and you're not stuck in your home, you're actually there for a reason. And if you're not at work and you're panicking about money and worrying, hey, maybe there's a reason why you're at home right now. If your children are at home, maybe there's a reason why your children are at home. Maybe because you need to spend a bit of time and loving your children and doing something so beautiful that this moment is the blessing in disguise. So I'm going to give you an example, a great example of that. About 8 years ago, I was, to be quite honest and not boastful, I was a very successful healer and as a psychic, or so people used to say. I just used to read, and people used to say, "Oh my God, that's true," and people used to come back a year later and said, "Everything that you said happened," and wow, really? And I didn't set out to be a psychic. I set out to just help people, and as I do today. So I'm working like crazy every single day, client after client after client. I wanted to write a book called Diary of an Accidental Psychic. Uh, and I got all of these stories and I couldn't write them. One day I had a terrible accident on my motorbike. I came back home and I was panicking. I had this. This is where the scar was. The scar is here. It's meant to say healer of hearts, but whatever you do, don't get a tattoo done in Thailand. So, so now I'm at home. This is all bandaged up. I had two choices, and now remember, I'm a healer and a psychic. Did I fear and worry, or could I make the best of that moment? You know what? I changed that fear to the most happiest thought in the world. A lady came up to my house and she said, "Mark, I know what you're going through." Because like all of us, we live off a shoestring. We can normally live maybe 1 month with the amount of money that we've got. And that's how close most of us are to not having anything. And it's quite a scary thought, really. But it's true. If we didn't have work for 1 month, how do we pay our mortgage? How do we do anything? So I'm like, this woman came to my house and said, "Mark, I do these singing bowls and this and that, and people donate money, and anytime I know somebody's in a bad place, I take that money and give it to them." And made me accept the money, and I took the money, and I thought I paid my mortgage for a month. So then all of a sudden my mortgage was paid for 1 month. And it was like a miracle. And then another lady, I'm not mentioning the names, they sent me some money on PayPal, so we had money for food, and it was like, oh my God. So the universe, Mother Nature, God, our family in the spirit world, whoever you think, they're watching, they're helping us. So now I had the money to eat, the money to pay my mortgage, and now, at that moment, I couldn't work because I couldn't work with my arm, and as you all know, I won't do my work if I'm not 100%. Imagine what I did. I wrote the book called Diary of an Accidental Psychic, which I would have never have wrote because I was so busy prior. It wouldn't have worked. It would never have happened. So you see, out of the darkness comes the light. Out of the fear comes a light. If you can say it isn't fear, it isn't darkness, it is exactly as it's meant to be, what you do is transform your fear that it's darkness and negative and curses and voodoo and black magic and my bad luck or whatever, karma, and you change it for you. You know what? This moment, I need to do something for myself. This is really important. So what you have to ask yourself now, and it's so critical right now, what is it that you can do for the benefit of yourself, for raising your vibration, for helping yourself grow, clearing the fear, becoming stronger, and becoming healthier to be able to make a difference in the world? What can I do for the people around me, my children? Maybe it's time to give them love, or maybe pick up the phone and talk to people that you haven't talked to before because you've been so busy. So we change our thought process from fear to a great opportunity. So anytime something, what you would say is negative, that happens to me, I would say it's a great opportunity to embrace something that I need to see. So today's a great day to help you see. So that's why I'm doing this. So now we're up to over 100 people watching. That's what I wanted to do, and will help me strengthen myself through the day, and how I help myself awaken and cleanse and clear from negativity. Okay? So, it's vital that your energy, which picks up negativity through the day, through everything outside, through everything inside, and from everything that we create. Now, if you don't create fear inside yourself, you're already one step ahead everybody else. You're already more powerful than anybody else, because negative thoughts create a negative energy surrounding you, and it eats away inside your physical body. And I don't care what you say, you can argue till you're blue in the face, but I know a lot of people who are very negative, and many things happen to them, not only just illness, but you can even see their shoulders moving forward and hunching and going down because they're carrying so much weight of negative thoughts. So without even knowing, the weight of fear, negativity, worry actually causes the physical body great harm. So it causes issue to the eyes. It really does. How many people do you know who are negative that you don't want to be anywhere near? Come on. I mean, doesn't that say everything in itself? So ask yourself, are you negative most of the time? And the answer is probably yes. I mean, if no, then you might be kidding yourself. But most of the time, we're quite negative. And we have to embrace that and say, you know what, I'm a pain in the ass sometimes. I'm so negative. By embracing that and being honest with yourself and looking at yourself in your spiritual mirror and saying, you know what, I am a pain, I am this, I am that, I am weak in this way. By saying that, you at least then acknowledge what you need to change. Once you've acknowledged that, then you let it go and you change that I am negative, positive, I am wonderful. And by acknowledging that you are a better person and you are stronger and you are beautiful and you are this, and that's the hardest part. That's the real hardest part, to acknowledge that you are a gift, you're beautiful, you're amazing, because we don't do that. Most of us just push that away. We're not worthy of our beauty, of our power, of our love, and our happiness and joy that we all hold. So anyway, you've got to do that. Nobody can help you with that. Only you can do that. Michael Jackson sang The Man in the Mirror, and that's one of my favourite songs. I'm sure you know what I mean. The first thing I want to start with is cleansing yourself. Now, if you haven't got these, that's fine. These are my sticks that I use. They're called Sacred Cleansing Negative Energy Sticks. The difference between these and any other sticks is that I've created these after working for 16 years and creating 3 different types of beautiful natural herbs that go into here, the plants. So I've mixed them together. Palo Santo is one of them. Palo Santo comes from a tree in Peru. Very beautiful, very powerful. That is the first. There's also 2 others on here. Myrrh is one of them, absolutely fantastic as well. And other things that's been added there, which is Moldavite, but they're a great stick. So I'm going to use that now. Let me see if I've got some spare over here. I've got some here. So if you haven't that, then go and get any incense sticks that you want, because incense sticks do work really well. So go and grab an incense stick. Okay, light your stick. Now, if this is sounding a bit crazy, let me tell you, I thought it was too, until I started working with a lot of healers, shamans, and I noticed at the very beginning, before they started any rituals or any of their work, they would do this all over their body, or they would have an assistant, normally an assistant. And basically what they would do is they would basically clear the energy. And I used to watch this, and I used to watch their hands, and I used to see if actually anything was happening. And eventually I started to see energy around hands. It was only faint. I never saw it like other people do. Some people see energy much more clearer than me. It takes me a while to see it, but then I get bursts of seeing a bit of energy. And what I noticed is that the energy around them, before they started the cleansing and after they cleansed themselves, was completely different. And I thought there's something wrong with me, I'm going mad. But no, I wasn't going mad. I was seeing that actually after cleansing, their energy became even greater and more powerful. And after every ritual that I would work with a shaman or work on my own, I would do the same, and I would cleanse myself before and after. It's something that's really important. If you're a psychic, if you're a healer, if you do this kind of work, it's to cleanse yourself. It clears the negative energy that computers, that day-to-day life, that if you believe in the trails, the chemtrails, all the toxins out there, negative people and your negative thoughts, you need to clear it away. At the back is probably extremely important, probably one of the most important places to do the cleansing, and a lot of shamans don't know that actually, and that's why a lot of shamans suffer and a lot of healers suffer with lower back pain, because when working in this energy, for some reason it tends to attach to the kidneys and lower back area, and that's why you see a lot of shamans walking really badly, but then they don't listen to me so much because I'm not a shaman. Okay, so it was something that I observed. It was just observing, that's all. I saw a lot of healers in pain of the lower back, and I always wondered, why is that? And then I realized, because I used to feel it there too. So always go to the back, and always do your feet as well, all over your feet. Don't be frightened of doing your feet. Do your feet and legs and all over. Somebody asked me, where is the energy around the body? How far do you go? Well, it doesn't really matter so much, because if you're getting the energy right here, then the rest will just dissipate. So you don't have to go like right out here. Just round about here is fine, all around here. So maybe about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches. That's it, just round there. Okay. Okay, I'll leave that there. Once you've done that, it's good to clear your home, clear the rooms. And like I said, if the lemon indicates by showing you that it looks off or it's gone off, then that room is essential to the cleansing. I recommend cleansing a room maybe once a month, your whole house once a month. That's my recommendation. If you've had a really bad argument, if you felt really, really bad, if something's really upset you, if you've lost a member of family to our beautiful spirit world, if you've lost a doggy, if your family members done something really horrible to you, you have created sticks to the walls, and when you walk back into that room, your body will feel that, your energy will feel that, and then you'll remember that feeling, and all of a sudden you'll feel bad again. You need to cleanse the room. So, you all know me now for sage, okay? If you want to ask any questions about sage, please do. I first started saging small properties and businesses with a smudge stick, sage stick. I was getting messages back at the very beginning that, can you come back again? Something still doesn't feel right. And I went back and I did it again, and before long I was asking myself the question, why am I not doing the right job? What am I doing wrong? And it just came to me that actually, what is smudging? Well, it's lighting something, and what it's lighting is creating a smoke. So it's not the sage which is left in the room, it's the smoke. Okay, well, if it's the smoke, then maybe there's not enough smoke in the room. So I took that sage bundle, like we all buy them in sage bundles, right? And I took the string off and I put it into a wooden bowl. So imagine, you put it into the wooden bowl, and I took another sage stick. I did the same, and I took 3 sage sticks and broke it all up into bits and put it into a bowl. I tried to light it, and it took a long time to light. So people ask me, it takes so long to light, and it does. However, if you have these sticks that I sell, or if you get some sticks like this, okay, what you do is you break it down a little bit and just put it there. This is the secret. Light, Okay, so it's light. So you see, it's so easy to light this way. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. So that's tip 6. So from that moment on, I would, it's the smoke, it's the smoke, it's the smoke, and you blow and you blow and you blow and you make more smoke and more smoke, and you fill the room out so much that you can't breathe. You shut all your windows, you go to the next room, blow, blow, fill that room out, fill it with smoke so you can't breathe. Move into the next room, move on to the steps, landing, hallway, kitchen, bathroom, hall room, cupboard. If you've got louvered doors for your clothes, get it in there as well. Even though your clothes smell of sage, if you want to do the job, you've got to do it right. Then you go down to the basement, then you go up to the attic, any room. You make sure every single space in that house is filled with smoke. Walk out of the house, leaving all the doors and windows closed so that the smoke of the sage, and I mean so it's like fog, you can't even see. You walk out of that house and you leave that beautiful sage smoke to do its work. After 1 hour, come back, open the doors and windows, and it's done. It is that simple. Most people think that just wafting a little piece of stick around does the job. It does partly the job, but it doesn't do a full job. And I know this out of experience. From that moment on, when I did my first sage, proper saging, with a full bowl, and I went round the whole of the house, the lady said, "Oh my God, it's amazing." And that's, with my hand on my heart, nobody, and I mean nobody, ever called me back to do a second cleansing of a house when I saged this way. And that's why I share it with you. It worked for me. So once now you've cleansed your body with beautiful Palo Santo, then you've done the sage around your house, you've now created a most amazing temple, right? So there's no negativity around you because the energy's gone. There's no negativity in the room or the home, that's all gone. So now you have a great foundation to start doing the work. So we talk about clearing fear in our life, okay? So now that we've got rid of all of the negative energy, we now need to create a new energy and heal ourselves. So there are certain things here that I use on a day-to-day basis. So to feel a certain energy, to feel a certain way, smell also is really important and essential as essential oils. So I have this oil here. This is called energizing oil. This is one of my oils. So I put like 3 drops on my hand. And energizing oil, for me, has to be something that makes me feel really, really energetic, strong, powerful. And there was only one, there was nothing other in my head what was saying, which is the oil that you would use, and it had to be lemon. It had to be. So I then searched the world looking for the most purest lemon essential oil, and I ended up buying, I think, 6 from different parts of the world, and I brought all of them oils together. So if you get a chance to get some pure lemon oil, if not off my website, you can get it all over, use that. So again, I use this by breathing in, I rub it on my chest, I rub it on my third eye around here. I rub it back behind my ears, on my throat, and just breathe in. When I'm doing psychic work, I use the awakening oil, and then I'll also use sacred oil. That's fantastic as well. So after I've now got this beautiful smell, which is in and around me, and it's actually penetrating into my body, I'm now feeling much stronger, much more energized. I feel like I'm ready to do something positive, because when you've got a clear energy, your whole body is in balance. When your body's in balance and in tune, it wants to do something positive. You know that when you're feeling happy and well, you want to do something good, which is kindness, giving, caring, excitement, something exciting. It's always something positive. So now that you feel this energy, what am I going to do with it? So you have two choices. You can choose to go inwards as meditation, to find out about yourself, to ask yourself questions and come up with the answers, or just be at peace in meditation and let the flow of the universe give you the answers. Okay, so that's one way. The other way is to work with crystals. So I work with certain crystals. Those crystals are going to help me with certain things. So if I want to become more attuned to my psychic ability and learn and strengthen, but because when you strengthen your psychic ability, you strengthen something inside that clears fear. It's true, because you're more aware, more awake. A lot of the times we're in fear because we don't have the answer. Okay, so we look for the answer in other people. Imagine when you awaken your third eye, your senses, the answers become so easy. It's like, oh, I know the answer to that. And that is really what it is. It's not about being psychic and ooh, and it's all scary and demons and what. That's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. Awakening your intuition is so profound, and it helps you in your life, and then you don't need to ask other people what to do because you already have the answers. They come to you because you're more aware of your own intuition, and you're connecting to what I believe is the universal energy around us at any given moment. And that energy is positive. It's always positive, and it's always good. Why do you think so many people come up with great ideas? They come up with great ideas because they're in a good place. They're in a very powerful place, and they're really working. They come to me when I'm most happiest, when I feel that, like after I've done a healing session, or even when I'm doing a healing session. When I'm doing a healing session, I feel like, oh my God, and I used to have a pen and paper at the side of me, because it's true, when I was doing a healing session, I'd get a download of this beautiful information about how to help people, how to help myself, great ideas, and I used to write them all down. So truthfully, if you can now create that by meditation, within this moment that you have right now, is a great thing, because you will get great ideas. I promise you, you will. Fascinating. So the other thing that I started to do after I'd rubbed the oils on, I would then now look for a certain crystal. So let's say I was feeling a bit bad because let's talk about, I don't know, what do we generally feel bad about? Maybe somebody's hurt us, somebody's made us feel bad, right? Somebody's made us feel bad, or we've got a grief, an issue with somebody. I've got an issue with somebody, or they've got an issue with me. So I'd go for this crystal, which is Cavensite. Cavensite to me was the crystal of forgiveness. And if you don't forgive, you're just going to live a life of sadness, and that's the bottom line, right? If because at any given moment when you're feeling happy, the worry and fear and the anger of not being able to forgive somebody and forgive yourself kicks in. That's why people often used to come to me and say to me, my boyfriend's just cheated on me, I love him, I want him back, do you think it's a good idea that I go back to him? And I'd say, I don't know, but here's the thing. If you decide to forgive him and go back to him, there's a difference between forgiving somebody but not their actions. I don't forgive what you did. Okay, there's a big difference. So, but you decide to forgive him. Imagine yourself feeling really happy one day after 2 months or 3 months, and you've forgiven him, and you're kissing him and you're holding him again, and you feel this joy. There is often a time that the fear of what he did kicks back in again. So even at the happiest moment, you might have a memory thought of him cheating on you. The question is, can you live with that? Can you heal from that? So for me, could I heal from somebody doing something like that to me? Do I want to forgive what somebody did to me? Or do I take that as an absolute amazing moment of my life to say, well, thank you for that. It is what it is, but now it's time to move on. So you use that as a thank you, because it isn't that you're pointing a finger blaming them for what they did, but actually only that moment could have happened, and how it happened for me to make the right decision to do something else. And I don't blame you for what you did. In fact, you can't blame anybody, because you're partly involved in it too, or else that person would never have done it to begin with if they were happy. So you don't fight about things like that. You just say, you know what, it is what it is, and you then let it go. So by using a crystal like Cavansite, you learn to forgive the situation. So like my family, some of my family think I'm a charlatan, a cheat, because the reason why is because they only knew me as Little Mark, and that's all they knew me as. But then when I moved to another country and became somebody else, a charlatan, because he was an auctioneer before. So how can he be a psychic and read for thousands upon thousands of people? He must be a cheat. And you can understand how people would think that. And they say that if you believe in the man called Jesus, even he couldn't live in his own village. He had to leave. So to become somebody, sometimes I express to you guys, if you want to be something more than you are, sometimes you have to leave where you came from. And that's something to always remember. So I forgive my family, because actually I'd probably do the same. I'd think if somebody of my family decided to do something else and they'd gone and all of a sudden now they became a monk, I'd think they would. Sorry guys, that was my daughter just giving me a call. Because I'm on live, I can't switch anything else off. So anyway, yeah. So it's a great time to heal ourselves, heal others, and allow others to be who they are. So forgiveness is so important. If you're always invested in somebody else's anger towards you, then you are actually part of your illness almost, because when you're invested in other people's thoughts about you, you're investing into their energy of what they think, and if it's negative, then you become the negative of what they thought, because you have to think about what they said. As soon as you think about what you said, you put that into a picture, and therefore that is really negative. It's really bad. So you have to change that around. So you have to think, okay, I love them, I send them healing, and they don't mean it, and actually I can see why they did it. So by putting yourself into their shoes and looking at you and finding out why they did it, you can understand why. And it's you can't say you shouldn't be like that, because now you have the energy to see clearly, because you are on a different energy level, you're in a different awareness. So don't blame them, because that might have been you 2 years ago or 6 months ago. So you see, forgiveness is really important, and not to judge. By non-judging, by forgiving everything and forgiving yourself, oh my God, your life changes. You become happy, stronger, powerful, and that's when you start to connect to the higher source. And that's when darkness takes notice. And that's when a lot of people will attack you from all over. People that you never believed would attack you. People, strangers, will attack you. And then you've got to say thank you, because it gives you two things that you can use. One thing is, thank you for attacking me straight away, because now I don't need to be your friend and then feeling that attack down the line in 6 months. Thank you for showing your true colours instantly, so now I can walk away and be with people who love me for who getting upset about, angry about, and feeling bad about ourselves, and what have I done? It's all my fault. I must be attracting all of this. No, Spirit always watches us. They're always watching out for us. So always remember that, please. Okay. There is another crystal which is amazing for healing negative energy, because a lot of you have been asking me, how do I keep the energy from dispelling, from going away? Tektite is great. Put it to your back. Just let me go and get a piece. So this is tektite. Tektite is an amazing absorber of negative energy. This tektite has Moldavite on it. Absolutely amazing and powerful. So there's sometimes I'll put this on here, so then what happens is the crystal that's on there is a Herkimer diamond, but if I swap it around, I have the Herkimer diamond on the front, and imagine the tektite on the back. Depending on what I'm doing from day to day, if I'm in and around people who are negative, I'll always put the tektite to my back if they're negative and nasty. If I'm just generally day to day on my own, doing my own stuff, and sometimes I feel a little bit negative, I'll put the tektite to my front and put it down to my belly button. Okay, so that's a really good way of wearing crystals. One crystal here and one crystal at your back. Amazing. So tektite is a great crystal. Obviously Moldavite is a crystal to awaken your senses, to higher yourself to another energy level, and that's another story. But these are the crystals that I use. Another crystal that I love that's on my website that I absolutely found fascinating when I saw a holy man holding a piece on the beach in Bali. I went up to him and looked what he was holding. He was holding this. That is lava stone. Amazing crystal for negative energy. So you can go out there and try and get one of these pieces and work with them, because I could spend all day talking about them, but I just wanted to share half an hour to 45 minutes of how you can prepare yourself to clear the fear. What I've just given you now is my secrets, what I share with people, and it really has made a difference in my life to begin the work. Only you can really do the work thereafter. Most people will listen to this and not use any of it. They'll just say, oh yeah, I know about that, but never put it into practice. I would ask you to at least implement one thing today from this and keep at it, because practice, it really is persistence. Practice is persistent. It's just keep doing it. And once you keep doing it, you then implement it as part of your daily life routine. Once you make it part of your daily life routine, then you've cracked it. You see, most people know things but never actually do them. Most people know that they have to exercise, but how many people exercise? Most people know that they need to eat healthy and maybe have days where they have a fast and heal their body, but don't do it. So ask yourself, are you one who just watches and thinks it's lovely and then goes back and gets a packet of crisps and Coca-Cola and drink it and wonder why your life is still as it is? Or do you really implement something into your life? For me, 16 years ago, I had to change my whole life to become who I am and what I needed to do. And I didn't do it overnight. I didn't just say, okay, that's it, I'm changing my life today. What I did was implement things slowly. So there's nothing worse than shocking the body. There's nothing worse, because the body then retaliates and gets angry and tries to push you back to where you once were. So do things clever. Do things to the way that you feel you can do it. And don't race. It isn't a race. Don't push yourself. There's nothing worse than pushing yourself, because if you bring negative energy into it, oh my God, look what I have to do. You've already lost. You've already lost. Don't do it. Don't even bother. Just forget it. Don't even listen to this video if you go in with that attitude. But hey, you know what? I'm going to try that one thing and let's see. And slowly but surely, I started realizing, because it's true, when your body starts to heal, and I mean really heal, oh my God, it's like you can't go back. And when you do go back, because you will slip, guaranteed, you'll realize, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. Beautiful. Because now you are self-teaching. You are self-taught in how to heal your body and what it feels like when you slip. And when you slip and you feel, oh, that's terrible, my body feels awful, I shouldn't have eaten that, and I shouldn't have drank that Coca-Cola, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have drunk, 10 gallons of wine or beer, tons of beer, and I've got, and you know what? I actually feel better than drinking alcohol. I feel better than smoking. I feel better than eating junk food. I feel better. And then you have a conversation with yourself, and you then can measure what's important. And that's why I'm sharing this video with you today, because the only person who can ever help you is you. And the only person who can ever prove to you anything is you. So you are the answer to everything. And you cannot blame other people. You can't blame me if things go wrong because you did them. You can't blame people. I tried many things that didn't work for me. I didn't blame people. I just said, oh, I tried that didn't work. And I realized it was because my body was different from their body. So I'm telling you what to do, but your body might be different, and you might come back to me and say, Mark, I tried what you said. It didn't work, but I tried this and it worked. And that's when I say, well done. Because the information that is given to you should be subject to what it feels like. And you might say, oh, I tried a Moldavite, Mark, and it gave me a headache. And I would say, oh, yeah, that's absolutely fine. And it does do that. But it's actually detoxing you, and it does give you a headache. And after the headache, you'll feel so much better in yourself. So we don't fight. And there's no ego in me, and I'm not telling you to buy anything that I have on my website. I'm saying go out there and try anything. But some people go to my website and say, oh, that worked. Oh, that didn't work, Matt. And I'll say, oh, well, why don't you try it? Oh, this worked. I didn't realize. So why? Oh, now it makes sense. So it's all about learning and understanding your body and how you feel. And I learn every day. My clients are, because I'm learning every day. I am not stubborn. I am not egoistic. I am not pride. I haven't got pride in me. I know that I have to learn, and I have to become aware all the time, and things change. Like, look at us now. We're indoors, so things change all the time. Energy changes. And I'll tell you something as well. Mother Nature at this moment is feeling amazing. She's breathing, and the birds are singing louder, and the butterflies are everywhere, and it's so beautiful outside. Maybe, just maybe, Mother Nature needed us away from outside to give her a chance to heal. Hey, I'm only saying, I'm not saying she isn't, but hey, maybe it's a beautiful time for Mother Nature to heal herself. Maybe the skies are not filled with aeroplanes at the moment, so she's able to breathe. A bit like I tell people, if you smoke, if you inhale one cigarette, that smoke is inside your body for 2 hours. And after the 2 hours, when that smoke has disappeared, only then can your body really heal and breathe. So maybe what's happening is Mother Nature needs to heal and breathe. Maybe the planes have stopped so she can breathe. Maybe the smoke that she has to breathe in all day has now gone. So now Mother Nature feels that. The birds are singing more because there's not as much toxins in the sky. There's not as much worry outside because we're all inside. So we have to look at things differently, and we have to try and find the good in what we would consider to be the darkness. There's always light, and I always say to you guys, the best time to see the light is when you step into the darkness. Then you can see the light. So that's what we're doing now. Change your thought, change your understanding of life, try and see the positive, and ask yourself, what benefits are there to my life and what I can do right now and to the world? And by coming up with positive affirmations, coming up with positive ideas, share those positivities with the world, share them with your family. And by doing that, you change the whole world from negative to positive, from darkness to light. And that's my message today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live. Is there any questions that you'd now like to ask before I'm going to head out? I'm going to give 10 minutes to questions and answers. But I hope this serves you well. I hope you understood some of it. If there's anything that you didn't understand or any questions that you want to ask, lapis is a beautiful uh, is a beautiful crystal. I've got lots of it. I just love the crystal. It's beautiful to work with. It's soothing. It's healing. It's a crystal of freedom. So if you want to do something that you struggle to do, if you're low self-esteem, if you feel like, oh my God, I can't do it, wear lapis, and you'll find that your own life force, your own energy, your own understanding starts to become greater. You start to become more powerful. And I call it the leap of faith crystal. So you feel like you want to do it. You become stronger in yourself. And also lapis is great for you to flow. A lot of people who struggle in life don't know where to go, what to do. Wear a piece of lapis or work with it in their hand as they're meditating. Fabulous, because it helps you flow in the right direction. So again, it's all to do with the trust of taking the leap of faith. Once you take your leap of faith, you can do anything. So I love lapis. It's one of my favorite crystals. It is. If I'm ever feeling confused, I'll hold a piece of lapis or wear it for the day. And normally by the end of the day, I'm pretty cool. So I hope that answers that. Okay. I don't know. To that question, is there any other way to cleanse your home without sage? I don't know. I only use sage, so you're gonna have to ask somebody else about that. Sage is the most powerful way. I used to struggle in buildings where the alarms used to go off. In fact, in Barcelona, the fire brigade came round because they thought I'd set the house on fire. Sorry. Sage is the only thing that I know. Anybody else there want to share a message? If you know another way of cleansing a house as more effective than sage, please tell everybody and let them try. I don't break something that's not broken. So when sage worked for me, that's it. I'm using it, I'm working with it, and it. Any other questions? I wear Moldavite but feel nothing from. Is that normal? I've got a friend called David. David bought a piece of Moldavite off me about, I think, 11 months ago, and he went to my website and bought the most expensive one. I told him not to, but he's very wealthy, and he paid, I think, £1,400 for that Moldavite. It's on a gold. Yes, beautiful. 2 months in, felt nothing. 3 months in, felt nothing. 4 months in, felt nothing. After about 8 months, I got a message from Dave, and he said, "You're not going to believe this." And I said, "Yes, I am." And he sent me basically a full, it was like a book, what happened to him. So the issue is that each one of us has a different, not just past life, but our life challenges, problems, issues. We tend to protect ourselves from within. It's like a wall. So like if you or me has been hurt from a relationship, we'll put a wall around ourselves because we think we're protecting ourselves, right? That's normal. It's what we do. So we don't want another relationship. Or if we enter into another relationship, they have to break down that wall to love me because they're not worthy of my love. And many different reasons why we protect ourselves and we don't want to go into that. Because what we felt was so painful, we don't want to go through that again. That's one of the things. But take that in general of everything that you go through in life. You protect yourself, you protect yourself. Eventually, it's like a coconut shell around you. The Moldavite has to now break through that coconut shell. And it can take a matter of moments or it can take a matter of years. So that's one reason why Moldavite can take so long. The second reason is it can be fake. So I've had many fakes in my time and it never worked. So you've got to be very careful where you buy it from. And that's the bottom line really. But if you bought it from me, you can be assured that it's genuine, because wow, Moldavite is from you. Great. Well, all I say is keep working with it, don't stop working with it, and let the Moldavite do its work. And eventually you'll send me a message like everybody else does and say it started. It's Ricky who buys from you. It's from you. Good. Then just keep working with it. That's all I can say. Just keep working with it. Just keep working with it, Steve. That's all I can say. I can't say any more than that. Do you know what, Steve? If I could, I'd love to be able to just sit with you and place my hand on your third eye for 10 minutes and help you just open. I'd love to be able to do that. But I don't do one-to-one work anymore, because when you heal people, you can break that coconut shell instantly. So the Moldavite has to do some pretty strong work on a lot of us, and we think, oh, there's no wrong with me. Actually, when you say there's no wrong with you, when you think there's no wrong with you, there's normally more wrong with you. And I was like that. I used to say there's not wrong with me, until then when I really opened up and realised, shit, there's a lot wrong with me. And I think I became a healer to heal myself, so I needed healing more than anybody. If you believe in it, I think it made it. Yeah, that's absolutely true as well. The placebo effect is something that I talk to people about all the time. If you believe in anything, it will work. That's the placebo effect. And basically what you're doing is you're creating that energy of power within yourself. So you've got to be careful though, because you can believe in anything and create it. It's like it's like these here. I'll give you an example. This is a cross, okay? If I hold this cross and I believe in it enough, I can warn off evil and darkness by the cross. Sorry, I just burped then. Right? Evil and darkness. It's not the cross. It's my belief in the cross. So what is that? Is now the cross the power, or is it my belief? It's you. It's always you. The crystals are slightly different though. The crystals actually do have their own unique energy. This is a piece of metal. Somebody might, if you're holding it is, you are clearing them because of your belief. And it's like Reiki, people who have to work with symbols and all that. So when you're working with symbols, you think it's the symbols, but actually it's your belief in the symbols. Right, that's my perception of it. I could be wrong, but that's my belief in it. So yes, you can take, like, this is purified water from all over the world. Water from the Ganges, water from Palo, the sacred water from all over. Okay, and I spray it, and it's amazing energy to clear negative energy. Okay, so I just a few sprays. It's amazing. You can feel uplifted instantly. If you get a normal cup of water and put your energy into that water, your love and your power into it, it's the same. So you're right in a sense. You can have a piece of plastic, and if you believe in that plastic, it's amazing. So there you go. Curses. So Mark, which one? Crystals, like obsidian. Curses. I don't believe in curses, guys. So I've never met anybody who's had a curse. So you can argue all you want with me, but I've met hundreds of people who claim to have curses. I always ask them, how did you know about the curse? And when they're honest enough, they normally say, because somebody told me. And I said, so when did the curse start to affect you? Did it affect you 2 weeks before, a month before, a year before? No, it affected me this day. I said, That's very close, very similar. Like you, they told me on the Friday, and on Monday thereafter, I started feeling bad. And I said, okay, so somebody had to tell you that, and then 2 days later, you started feeling bad and everything went wrong. So then I kind of put the pieces together. You have the power to either heal yourself or make yourself feel bad and ill. So even if you do believe in curses, you know what? You have the power to overcome that. And what I use is one hand over the head, like that, one hand here, and keep it there and repeat, no one has the power over me. And that clears the curse if you believe in the curse. My curse was my first mentor was doing everything to call me and out of her comfort zone. So she wanted me to stay below her. But I just wanted to experience the world, and she wasn't my teacher. She was somebody who came to show me, help me, she guide me, not to control me. And I said, that's not fair. You can't do that to people. And she got so angry and fearful because now she's lost somebody that she could tell everybody that this is my protege. So she attacked me for 2 years. I realized it was only me who was caused it, and she was a high priestess. If you believe in all of that, then this woman was going to be able to do. And I used to see her doing all of these witchcraft things, and I didn't want to. I always said to her, I didn't want to be involved in that. It's not my interest. It doesn't feel right to do that, even though there were a lot of positive things that she was doing. But then there was times that she was very angry as well, and I didn't like that. So I took the best of everybody. And God, I've met shamans who are awful and some shamans who are beautiful. So every walk of life, call them what you want. They're people. You can't say, oh, that is a black magic man. No, he's a man who's doing whatever he's doing, so good or bad. So I can say bad things about people or good things about people. I can wish people harm or wish people good. At the end of the day, I recognize that guy, just because he's been doing it 50 years, can he affect me? Can my old teacher affect me? Yes, if I believe they do. So they always got that message to you. As my teacher got the message to me, she said she's going to spend every last breath exposing me as a bad person. And I was crying. I read the message and I was crying. I was literally in tears. I still feel it now. Why would somebody do something so bad when all you want to do is help people? So I realized there's bad people out there, but it was me who was allowing her to affect me. It was me who was making it even worse by looking at it. And then I realized, boy, it's all me. And then I put my hand over my head one day. It's stupid, I know. And I said, no one has the power over me. I said it about 20 times, but this time I meant it. And from that moment on, it disappeared. So if you want to ask me if you believe in voodoo and black magic and you want to get rid of it, that's my answer to you. Stick your hand on your head and repeat after you as many times as you want, but you mean it. No one has the power over me. So I ask you, who says you believe in curses, are you more powerful than the person? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. You are a beautiful soul, and so are you, because it takes one to know one. You can only recognize that in somebody when you recognize it in yourself. That's why if you don't love anybody, if you can't find anybody to love, and you keep saying to yourself, I haven't met anybody who I believe in love, it's because you're not loving yourself. You don't believe in yourself. So you have to believe in you to believe in love. So it shows me when you said that I am a kind, caring, loving soul, you believe in yourself as that kind, caring, loving soul. So think about that whenever you wonder why you haven't met a certain person, or certain things have happened, or the money value in your life, your money conversation. If you don't believe that you deserve more money in this world, then maybe it's because you feel you don't deserve it. Well, I was like that for 20 years with my old partner, and I believed my money conversation was, we haven't got enough money, we haven't got enough money, we haven't got enough money, and we kept repeating it. And guess what? You don't have any money. The moment you let that go and don't talk about it in that way and say, I have enough money and everything's fine and everything's okay, then all of a sudden money changes. And it's the same with love, money, everything. It's all energy. But yeah, again, it's all about learning. Well, all I can tell you about jasper is it's an amazing, amazing crystal. Desert jasper, yeah, it's a great crystal. I've worked with it on a number of clients, and it seemed to help them with a lot of disease. So I used to work with it on their body, and I used to lay it on their body, and it's also great for skin conditions as well. Jasper's a beautiful crystal. It's a calming crystal. It's a very powerful crystal. I used to use it in mantra meditation. What else? I think that's it really. But yeah, it used to fascinate me how it used to help people's conditions as well. So I have Jasper beside me. Good for you. It's a beautiful crystal. Work with it. Place it on your heart as well, because it really makes a massive difference to healing the heart as well. Crystal for protection while driving. I put Moldavite in my car, in all four corners, the door wells, you know, where when you've got Moldavite around you, you see things more clearly. So if there's any kind of accident about to happen, you quickly see it before it happens. So that's my suggestion. Some people like these in their car. This is called rose quartz because they believe it protects them. But you know what? I like to be on top, strong, powerful, and observing everything. So maybe you want to put one of them and Moldavite, double your chances. Do you know the best thing about the most powerful way to protect yourself while driving? Just drive at your pace. Don't be pushed by somebody behind you, and don't race, don't go fast. You know, drive fast, die fast. Okay, so go steady. Peter Sight. Yeah, Peter Sight. Yeah, Peter Sight. Peter Sight. This is Peter Sight. This is from Africa, the Bobo Mountain. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous crystal. Very, very powerful. They call it blue tiger. So I've written this down here. This is just some of the things that it's helped me with. Peter Sight works on your energy to help you see your guides, spirit guides. It helps strengthen you psychically, your awareness. Peter Sight helps you working, if you believe in the angelic realms, helps you from that energy. It recognizes the feminine, the goddess within you, even if you're a man, because we all have male and female within us, right? Do you believe that? Yes or no? We all have, well, that's my belief, yin and yang. It's a beautiful, relaxing crystal, of course. It balances the body fluids, so it's great for any kind of issues inside your body physically as well. But it does a lot more. Peter Sight does a lot more than that. I could talk about Peter Sight for a long time, but it's a beautiful crystal. Okay, that's it then, guys. I've got another. We'll do another 2 more minutes, shall we? Are you hosting any more here? I'm not sure at the moment. I hope to do, and let's see what happens, but I'm not promising anything at the moment. I'd rather live from day to day now and not promise too much, because at the moment the universe, what's happening is there's a great beautiful powerful battle going on right now, and the universe is trying to uplift mankind, and we're trying to wake everybody up. So what we're seeing at the moment is a very powerful moment for all of us, but not many people know that. They're all in fear, but this is a really amazing moment for all of us. This is where the light really is starting to do its work now, and it's really exposing the darkness. So that's my belief. This is a great time to live. 2020 is the most amazing time, and if you're living in 2020, it means that you are one which has been chosen to help raise the vibration of this lifetime of ours. So you are truly amazing. You really are. You just got to know it. You just got to know it. You are, out of all of the millions of years that I believe that we've always been coming here, this is it right now. The world is changing as we speak. This is the pinnacle of light, and there's certain things happening right now behind the scenes that is so powerful, you have no idea. That's why we have to keep the vibration really high. We have to keep saying positive, positive, positive. This is the best moment of our lives. That's my belief, and that's what I hear, and that's what I know when I'm being meditating and I'm feeling it. Yeah, you are awesome, all of you. You're all awesome. Turquoise is an amazing crystal for cancer. That's what I always say. and I've seen miracles. So Sleeping Beauty in particular. That's why I have so many Sleeping Beauties on my website, because I love it, and I've seen Sleeping Beauty smash on somebody's chest. I've written about it in my latest book. It's coming out soon, so you can read it in there. Lyme, go to, there's a guy called Dominic Waterson, Bunker. He's on, I don't know, it's called Bunker. He's just started it. Lyme is, yeah, it's very real. Mold disease, Lyme disease, very real. Yeah, Dom's really on top form. He's got, people are coming to him now. He's doing some great work. So it's Health Bunker, I think he's called. Health Bunker. And he's on Instagram. Dominic Waterson. If he's in Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. So you might be able to type that into Google and find him. He's the main man now to see about Lyme, honestly. And it is real, and it can affect you for a long, long time, and people don't even realise sometimes they've got it. So yeah, I'm very aware of it, and a lot of my clients, I don't know, customers, clients, friends, had Lyme disease and mold disease, and it affected them for a long time. With the right eating healthy, with the right natural alternative practices, you can heal yourself, and it does go. I hope that helps. Hi guys. Hi Huddersfield. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna go now. I've got some work to do. Diabetes, a child of surgery injury, suggestions of healing. Wow. I would go straight to Don Tolman. He has a page, and you can click on that page and ask him a question. I'm definitely not somebody who can help you with the eating of what is necessary, and I think your question about the diabetes and the healing from that, I would certainly go to Don Tolman. He's a genius. He's been doing this over 50 years, and yeah, you can actually ask him a question and he'll come back with an answer for you. So please go to Don Tolman. Only a few people I believe in, and he's one of them. I guess that's it really. What's good for diabetes as a crystal? Oh my God, there's so many at the moment, but you need to be looking at something that balances the body. So any crystal that helps balance the body is a really, really good crystal. There's so many. I mean, I'm speaking all day. One of the crystals I like at the moment is fluoride. Fluoride is a great and powerful crystal because there's so many combination of crystals within that. So please try that on your child, and also rub kidneys, liver, and rub as much as you can, and some really good oils, essential oils. I shouldn't really be talking about health because it's not my forte, so sorry guys. Please don't ask too many questions about health. Fluoride, yeah, it's an amazing crystal. I've got some beauties that I've worked with on my website, and I love them so much, and I keep pulling them out every now and again and working with them. Yeah, I've got them all over in so many different forms. Look at that, for a piece of fluoride, in an elephant form, and these are plastic, so don't think they're what you think they are. They're not. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, that's it guys, I'm going to head out now. I wish you a lovely day. Thank you for joining me today. It's been really awesome. Normally we do, you just watch the videos, right? It's nice to be live and to have a chat and to, you know, ask me questions. I really enjoy it. I have no issues with saying to you I don't know, because I've got no ego. If I do know something, I'll tell you, and I certainly won't tell you something that, you know, is made up. I think that there's nothing worse than meeting a psychic or a healer and them just pulling something out for no reason, because that isn't healthy. You've got to be able to say I don't know, and you've got to be able to see other people and listen to them and acknowledge their truth as well. That means that we're open to growing. If always somebody's got the answer to every single thing, I always question that. I like to hear people say I don't know, And I love that. I went on a radio show in New York. And there was a panel of 6 of us, and the lady who rung up and started talking about the reason why she couldn't have children, and they started asking everybody why, and they went for the first medium, and she started telling her what she was feeling and thinking and what was wrong with her, and the next one, and it came to me, and I went, I don't know. And then another person rang up and asked another question, and then everyone went to me, and they came to me, I went, I don't know. And out the whole of the 1 hour show, I think I answered one question out of 30. At the end of that show, somebody called me up and wanted me to go on to, it was like Big Brother in America. It was a pilot for 7 psychics to go on because, and I said, why did you ask me? And they said, because that's exactly why we believe you and want you on the show. I didn't go on the show because I'm not into ego. I'd already been on one show before, which was quite a challenging moment of my life and made me realise that TV is not what you think it is. And that's why I think the best thing you can do is throw your TV away, because it's all a game show. That's it. I've been often asked to go on to many different shows on TV, psychic shows, shows of ghost busting shows, and it's all staged, all of it. And if people say it's not, then I would say, well, why did I always get the paperwork through to tell me what I had to say and who was in that house and stuff? Nah, most of it is staged, I'd say. That's my opinion. So I don't buy into that. Being spiritual and psychic isn't about proving anything. It's about helping people. And when I was asked to go on a new show called Most Haunted with a certain person that moved into the light not so long ago, I said the only reason why I would do that show is so I can help spirit move into the light. And, you know, that was the only thing that was important to me. And I said, I don't want to be on the TV. I want to help spirit move into the light, because I know when spirit's trapped in between two worlds, I want them to go home. Why can't people see that, you know, doing these shows? Why don't you do what's really important? But then I realized it's all a stage, it's all a show. So, you know, the real people out there like you guys do the work, and you don't ask for anything, you don't want anything, then, you know, you're my heroes, you know, you really are. And thank you for doing the work. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves. Have a most amazing day, whatever you're doing. Please take on board what I said today. Please remember, you're amazing. Please take the time right now to do something positive. Whether it's for your children, whether it's for you, meditation, clean the house, clean it in any way you want, spiritually, and clean it, you know, just, you know, clean heart, clean mind. Cleanliness is close to godliness, and so on, okay? And you'll be surprised have you ever cleared out your drawers? After you've cleared it out, how do you feel? Well, when you do meditation, it's the same thing. Give it a try today. Lovely to see you all once again. I really appreciate it. Take care. Bye for now. Take care. See you soon. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. Yeah. Bye.